Hi, my name is Kelly, founder of Purple Cork, and welcome to Sips with the Pros, where I get to chat with the top field marketers in the industry. So we are diving into everything you wanted to know about this rapidly changing event space. And today I'm super excited to be joined by Shannon Yearsley. She's actually my latest hire at Purple Cork, lucky Purple Cork. But before that, she was the senior event marketing manager at Invoca. So Shannon, thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday.
Great. Well, thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
First and foremost, since it is Friday, what's in your glass? We all want to know.
Yeah, well, it's been snowing here. So I uncorked my last bottle of Red Car Rosé. So I'm really looking forward to the next bottling.
Do you have the bottle? Can we see it?
I do.
Oh, there we go.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, 2021 comes out in just a few weeks.
I know. I'm so excited. Dreaming of summer for sure.
And I am out at Aperture Cellars. Wish you could all see it. Drinking some of their 2020 Chenin Blanc. All right, well, let's dive in. So you have spent more than 15 years in event planning. What is it about this role that you enjoy so much?
Yeah, which is crazy when you put the time behind it. But yeah, I think what I most enjoy about event planning is being able to take an event from like concept to execution and the awesome teamwork that goes into it to get, from point A to point B, so to speak. So just really excited about that.
Teamwork makes the dream work. That's what we always say. So why did you decide to jump ship and come to Purple Cork? Why leave the client side to come to a vendor?
Yeah, I was really just looking for a change. So it was like the right change for me in the moment. But as I look at it, it's just really like that learning process, so like being able to work with a variety of clients and a variety of projects and just kind of creating something unique. I think taking my skill set from the client side and bringing that over to the vendor side is just something that's going to polish me as a professional and really, I think, help out on the Purple Cork side.
Well, I know our clients definitely appreciate having you as a resource, diving into all of it. Of course, you're helping with logistics, but even just to kind of talk through the show flow, what we see as best practice. How do you run an engaging event? And we'll get there. I have some more questions on that too.
Perfect.
So what is your best piece of advice for an event planner?
My best piece of advice would be, I think sometimes we as planners get lost in the logistics and the pieces that get into that. Sometimes we lose track of like the main goal. So I think if you can weave that into everything you do, from planning to communications to, stakeholder buy-in. So you really know like who is your audience, what are your goals, and what do you want that outcome to be? It's really important to stay focused on that during the whole process so you can know what you're moving towards.
Got it. And even post-event, which is something we talk a lot about at Purple Cork.
Right.
Any advice? So like you've set the date, you've set the time, you're all excited, the audience you're going after. Would you recommend thinking even about post-event?
Yeah. And I think as event planners, sometimes that's our Achilles heel. We're so focused on getting to the day of the event that we sometimes, celebrate, take that moment, and then move on to the next event. That post-event is sometimes, overlooked. But I think, the whole point of creating these experiences is so you can continue that conversation. So taking advantage of being able to send a follow-up email or a follow-up gift, or just giving that sales rep one more opportunity to connect with them, like it just increases the value and continues that conversation that you created from the event.
Well, if you send me this, I'd probably close that deal.
Right.
I'd sign your contract. So virtual events, obviously we're doing a lot of those right now. We can do some hybrid in person, but the state of the world right now seems to be mostly virtual. What are you seeing? Any tips on how to make these virtual events engaging and interactive so it just doesn't feel like an hour wine webinar? And as much as I love wine, I don't want to hear about it for an hour.
Right, exactly. I think the main goal is to, create that experience that people, don't typically get. So like bringing on awesome, experts, having unique experiences, having MCs that are engaging. So you get people to feel like they're involved in the virtual event as opposed to like just logging on and it feeling like another webinar or another Zoom. Really just trying to figure out, how do you get people to feel like they're experiencing something that they couldn't get had you not invited them to it. So really finding engaging ways and making them feel part of the activity. And I think, like I said, that's done through, great vendors and having great MCs that can get people engaged and ask questions and really, make it be interactive and feel like people are a part of an experience versus tuning in for something.
I love that, especially the shared experience, right?
Right. Yeah.
Where you're all drinking the Shannon or just have to show this. I love the photo, right? The Bordeaux blend from Aperture.
Yeah.
And and how much is it about the activity, say the wine tasting versus the networking opportunity and just getting to connect with your peers?
I think there's a fine balance between it. So like I said before, like finding an opportunity that's unique. So whether that's like a boutique winery that has limited production that someone can't get on a random Tuesday is really unique. But it's also about, and I think from a client customer perspective, is also like you want to have that network and you want to build those relationships and have the opportunity to have conversations with people that you wouldn't have on a normal day. So being able to find that balance between the experience and then also the networking is really important and a really unique thing that, not a lot of people are doing. So it kind of sets you apart as a marketer to be able to say, hey, I was able to have these conversations in this really awesome environment that kind of didn't feel like we were having business, but ultimately resulted in awesome conversation, awesome follow-up and contracts being signed.
So it's not just about the wine tasting?
That is the best part.
It gets everyone there.
Right.
You're right. And kind of rallies the group around some shared activity, but then 100%, you can dive into these breakout rooms if the group is larger, get to know your peers, get to know the executives from the sponsoring company, get to know the winemaker.
Right. It's business cloaked in wine. So you kind of get people like, feeling like they're not really attending a business event, but you kind of weave that in.
So, okay. So it's actually a business event.
Or it can be a team building event. We've done a lot of those. Those are really fun too. And it's a fun way to celebrate with colleagues that, are in different offices. So yeah.
Well, and I love the point you're making that it's just so easy with virtual. And I think what we've seen when we're hosting ABM events, customer appreciation events, it's easier to secure those higher level registrations, the VPs, the SVPs, even C-suite, because let's face it, we can all spare an hour to drink some delicious wines and get to connect with peers.
Yeah.
And you can be anywhere. You could even be on vacation at an Airbnb and you can still take an hour out of your day.
Yeah. And feel connected. And I think that's what everyone is looking for these days.
100%. We are craving connection. All right. Last question. So now you're on the team at Purple Cork. You're on day 19, 20.
Yeah. Who's counting?
Who's counting? What are you most excited about?
Yeah, what I'm most excited about is just being able to work with awesome clients, vendor partners, and the whole Purple Cork team to really just build these, memorable experiences for, like we were talking about, the connection. Like we're in the business of bringing people together. So I'm just really excited about the synergies between like the whole team that takes it to get together. So I'm really excited about that and helping people make those connections.
Well, I think that's the perfect note to end on. Thank you again, Shannon, for joining us.
Cheers.
Have a good weekend. Go finish that bottle. And I'll see you on Monday morning.
Sounds great. I'll be here ready to go.
All right. Thanks.